In this episode of the Funny Business Podcast, we're traveling all the way back to your senior year of high school. Do you remember your senior prank?
And on the flip side, is this the end of Ted Lasso? And how much would you pay for GPS? Mike, hit the music. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. It's round 164. Mike and I are neck and neck. We're going at it, throwing jabs, side hooks, uppercuts, dodges. And just remember, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. So welcome back. Thank you for tuning in once again. If it's your first time, welcome. Mike, let's just dive right into it. How are you? How are things?
Oh, we always dive into it. We're always ready to go head first at the tallest diving board.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fantastic, man. Things are great. Things are moving ahead. Slowly but surely.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just contradicted myself, I think about like 6 times, but that's okay.
Moving ahead, I think you're fine.
We'll find out. Matt, guess what?
What?
We are getting FaceTime voicemail soon.
Oh, really?
Yes, we are.
I love that. I love that.
Worldwide Developers Conference was today. I'm not going to nerd out like I have in the past, but they did a bunch of chip improvements. They added a bunch of new chips. There's now a 15-inch MacBook Air. And then they just did through all this stuff for that. The new update to iOS 17, on top of the voicemail FaceTime call, there's a thing called Name Drop. And what you do is, it's coming this fall, so you can't look at it yet.
I'm just cleaning my laptop.
I thought you were grabbing your phone.
No.
What you can do is you could take 2 phones. You know how you share a contact with somebody? You like hand the phone over and you type in the number. All you have to do is tap each other's phones and it crosses over. Yeah.
Interesting.
Right?
That's going to make, not that we're going to do this, but it's going to make picking up girls and guys at the bar way easier.
Yeah, Matt, especially you picking up guys at the bar. That's
correct.
Yeah. Matt, the last thing that did announce was they announced their AR headset. The Apple Vision Pro. It is $3,500.
Excuse me?
$3,500.
What the hell does it do?
Basically, it's a mixed reality. Like, you can watch TV either in immersive view or like a big screen. You can watch like 100-inch screen, like in a theater. You can like go through Safari. You can work on like PowerPoints. Like, it's crazy, but the price, you'll never see me buy it unless it's under $1,000.
That will not be happening. Excuse me, it's not in the budget.
Not in the budget. $10,000 an episode, not in the budget.
Correct. A lot of fees come out of that $10,000.
Yeah. Well, what else is happening, Matt? Graduations.
Graduations are happening. Yep. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. Sorry, wrong music.
You mix those up a little bit. Unless you think a wedding is graduation. I don't know what else.
Graduating from single life into marriage.
I like that.
Got him.
Got him. But I can't remiss without mentioning that our HR department's graduating high school.
Snaps.
Trent is graduating high school after the release of this episode. The next day, he is graduating with all honors and all academics, whatever they say in the I now pronounce you graduates, tassel from right to left. And there's a lot of things that happen with seniors. You get the recognitions, you get the awards, you get the last swan songs, the senior nights. Senioritis, which is 100% how I felt during my senior year in high school.
Oh, yeah.
I think I was mapping it out by weeks because I was still doing a TV broadcast. It's like, okay, we got 4 left. Okay, we got 3 left. Okay, we got 2 left. Okay, 1's left. Matt, have you ever participated in the senior prank before?
No, our senior prank was kind of lame. I think people just hung out in the library parking lot, like right by the school after like school let out, and they acted like they were having like a keg party, and it was just like a keg of root beer.
Nice.
And that was it.
I don't know what was so funny. Later on in the show, I'll probably explain a little bit, but we were at a brewery, and there was a group of kids that were at the brewery. They're all having a root beer. That is the funniest thing ever.
That is kind of funny.
But senior pranks, Matt. There are some schools like you that are lame. Mm-hmm. And then there are other schools that go completely over the top. And I found three that they do get into it. And I found three that we can cover today. So we're going all the way down where the crab cakes are the best. Maryland.
Yep. Good old Maryland.
Maryland. High school seniors in Fort Meade, Maryland, pranked their school by listing it for sale on Zillow. The students listed Meade High School at the price of $42,069. Nice.
Cheap.
$420, blaze it. The listing highlighted issues with, quote, complimentary trash-scented air freshener and water problems. They referred to the school as a, quote, nice half-working jail and mentioned sewage issues and dangerous unfinished sections. The listing humorously claimed that neighbors were rodents and insects. The listing was eventually removed, but the prank gained attention. However, Matt, a good senior prank, I think there's like kind of a fine line between like, this is a good senior prank versus this is a senior prank that you shouldn't do, right?
Mm-hmm, correct.
So the spokesperson at the public school, so the Anne Arundel County Public School spokesperson, found the prank creative and amusing. So this was kind of on the good side that happened.
Yeah, I think it's kind of no harm, no foul. There's no way it would actually sell. I think it's just very funny, and I think I think everybody probably just got a good laugh out of it, which is what a senior prank really should be about.
$42,069.
It took me a while to realize why they. It took me a little bit of time. I was like, 42. What's 42? And I was like, oh,
$420.69, baby.
Yep.
Well, and then Matt, let's still do another nice positive one that happened.
Yeah.
Matt, you ever been woken up before by like a group of people?
I have. Retreat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same.
Yep.
I forgot.
Yes.
How about on the smaller scale?
Not that I remember. Yeah, not that I can think of.
Okay. I can't think of it for you. So I
think there was maybe a time we had like a 5th grade sleepover, like at the school, which is weird because like, why would you want to sleep at the school? But I don't remember how or when I woke up.
So there was a viral video that was posted on the Instagram by St. Andrew's School. Miss McGrath. She is a high school teacher from obviously St. Andrew's School. And the senior class, Matt, decided that they would pull off a secret sleepover at the teacher's house.
Wait, that's great.
Is it?
Yeah, it's hysterical.
So within the senior prank, they not only brought a couple students, they brought the whole class to her house. No. The students snuck into her house at 1 a.m. and bedded down for the night. So we obviously can't play the video for you guys because some of you are listening, some of you are watching. However, within the video itself, they all gathered around the kitchen, the living room. It's a nice open floor concept. I thought the house was pretty nice for a teacher.
It does look like a very nice house.
And she was obviously waking up, trying to get her morning cup of joe, and discovered that there were all of her students laying on her floor.
How'd they get in?
It seemed as though somebody was helping this action. Maybe it was her booty call the previous night.
No, wait, hold on. That's freaky that I just had this connection. I just heard about this on the radio this morning.
Did you?
And I just put two and two together. I believe they said the teacher's boyfriend was in on the prank.
The booty call.
No. Correct. The booty call was in on the prank, and he got them into the house at 1 a.m. This is hysterical.
So Miss McGrath was obviously surprised and awestruck by the presence of her students and jokingly called them her little bunnies. As far as virality, the video received over 56.6 thousand uploads on Reddit, with people praising the teacher's response. Commenters highlighted the teacher's kindness and the strong bond between her and her students. The video showcases the dedication and care teachers provide for their students, both inside and outside of the classroom. I 100% agree.
Yeah, I think that's just an awesome teacher. You can't do that to every teacher, obviously. And you have to make sure she's going to take it as a joke and that she's going to not be pissed off. Because not everybody's a morning person, too. So you never know how it's like in the morning. That's just it's a sign of a great teacher, and one that I think we all hope that our kids have one day.
Do you feel like you would be able to pull off a senior prank with that with any of your high school teachers?
Something like this in this scenario?
Yeah.
Maybe one or two. I don't really. To be honest, I don't think I could name you 5 of my teachers from high school. Elementary school, sure. High school, nope.
No,
I'm dead serious. I'm trying to think of names right now. I'm not going to say them, but I'm trying to think of them. I can't think of 3.
I can think of 3 right now. Yeah.
I hated high school though. So.
Well, Matt, there's obviously good things that happen with senior pranks. And then sometimes it doesn't go well. Let me tell you, this next one is not working out.
How bad?
And how funny it is. It's actually close to home.
Very close to home, actually. I just saw that.
So the senior prank, Dauphin County School in Susquehanna Township. A senior prank led to the closure of the school for in-person learning and events.
Oh.
So the school district made the decision to close due to the substantial cleanup required as a result of the prank.
What the hell did they do?
What the information that was presented was that there was simply just vandalism. I'm reading this from MSN.com. It was confined to one part of the high school. So it was requiring several hours of cleanup. No students are going to be charged. And the district is handling punishment immediately. So there wasn't even mention of what the mess was.
I can't even imagine what it was. Like graffiti. But like even graffiti, they don't have to close the school.
What if it was poop?
They pooped all over the floor.
They pooped all over the floor.
Pooped in the refrigerator. Yeah, I don't even know. I really literally don't even know how you do something like this.
Top 5 things that they could have thrown or dispersed that caused school to close.
Poop. Vomit.
Yeah, ooh, that's nasty.
Yeah. I don't know how you get that much vomit though.
What about glitter?
Glitter would be a good one. Liquor? They just dump liquor
illegal.
everywhere?
That'd be illegal.
Correct, but maybe that's why. Glitter's a good one. I didn't think of glitter. Silly string.
Yeah. See, what's funny was I was, obviously trying to like recap the story and like trying to read it. And I thought to myself, I'm like, why didn't they mention what the cleanup was? And I actually looked on 3 different sites and found out. And as I was reading it, I found today at this recording, at this very moment, they never mentioned what it was.
That's crazy.
So it is probably something that we won't find out until months later. but it was enough to close the school and the events.
That's nuts.
It probably had to smell too. Like, not only it had to cause a mess, it had to smell too.
Yeah, if you're really going to close the school, yes, it absolutely had a smell. Maybe it could have been like dirt or like cow manure.
Poop.
Yep.
Poop.
Damn. Could you imagine being like a senior that like didn't even participate, and then you don't know if there's any repercussions coming from it? Like, this is your last like week of high school, and it's just kind of ruined.
I would hate to be that kid, but at the same time, I think we all, at times, we take high school for granted sometimes, and then there's times where we take high school too much into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't know, it's like, oh, like, well, you know, we're canceling your you're still getting your diplomas, but you're not having a graduation ceremony. And that's like, good. Like, I don't have to spend 3 hours of nothing.
Yep. I mean, I don't have to buy a cap and gown?
No.
Sure.
You had to buy yours?
In high school, maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah, we were given ours.
Yeah,
we had to return them, though.
Ours. Yes, I think that's what we did too, now that I remember. Mm-hmm.
What if
they just like don't get a yearbook? Do you still have your high school yearbook from senior year?
Not with me, but I know that it's somewhere stored in the tub. I bought all 4 years.
I also bought all 4 years. Before I moved into the apartment, we were like cleaning and found it. Looking through some of those photos, it was wild to look back on.
Gosh, that reminded me of something that I wanted to talk about later.
Is it that next year we will have been graduated 10 years out of high school?
Yeah, I guess I'll reveal it now. I got invited to a class of 2014 high school reunion Facebook group.
Oh no. Oh boy.
And like, I'm saying this in nothing against any of the people who are planning it. It's just the fact that we're at that point now where like,
that sucks.
Something's gonna happen
because we're old.
But what's funny is, shout out Mark, our class president. I know he doesn't listen, but maybe I'll make it in the highlight. Who knows? He saw me before he made the Facebook group, and he was working, and he's like, you know, I've been like trying to get everybody together, yada, yada, yada. And so he, like, I think the week after he made the group. So I don't know if I was like instigating, like I was like, it's all right, man. Like, we're all busy. Like, we all know, like, but he made the group and he made a post, and we're actually having an 11-year reunion.
Oh,
we're not having a 10-year reunion. We're having an 11-year reunion.
Can I ask why?
That I will say, and I think Mark will certainly accept it, that's just how he is.
Sure.
He just does it in his fashion, and it's a great fashion. And he included, I know we are pushing 30. And all the comments from our class was like, why did you have to include that?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we are approaching a 10-year reunion, or 10 years since graduating from high school.
That sucks.
It's a little upsetting.
Yeah, we're just very, very old.
We are.
Mm-hmm.
And I can attest for that, because before I even got on here, I like kinked my neck a little bit, and I literally went like this. Mm-hmm. And when
it's not great.
I put my ear to my shoulder, for those who are listening, and I kinked it, and I'm like, oh, this doesn't feel good.
Brutal. Don't get old, kids. Just stay young. Don't let your liver get old. Get some sleep while you can. And just remember the good old times. As the good old Andy Bernard once said at the end of The Office, I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you're out of them.
On point.
Mm-hmm.
Funny. It's nice that you recited that word for word.
I think that's the quote.
I think so.
Yeah. I'm
not going to fact check you on that.
No, we'll not be fact checking anything.
But yeah, congratulations to all the high school. I guess college too. Why not? Throw that in too.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Class of 2023.
And this is really the first class that got like truly screwed with COVID? Yes, no,
Yes.
correct.
I've heard in the university that I attended said commencement that they did talk about how COVID was because these seniors were freshmen
Hmm.
or first years.
And there's nothing
So-
more I would want to hear at my college graduation than COVID-19.
What about the pandemic?
Moving on. I just couldn't imagine having to sit through graduation after having COVID and then getting a normal senior year. And then they had to just hammer COVID so many times.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I obviously will be attending my brother's graduation. I'm curious to see what they'll say.
Mm-hmm. I just wouldn't. I, as a graduate, I don't think I would even want them to mention it.
I think what I will say is, and I don't care if I'm saying this, but my high school is so archaic where the stuff that was said in my graduation presentation is probably going to be said during this year's graduation presentation. Mm-hmm. The only thing I think will be different is the valedictorian speech, which like obviously it's different every year.
Correct.
But like everything else, the same from all the speeches to all the introductions, everything.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's better. I don't know. Maybe it's better for at least high school. I think college, maybe you can get a little diverse. I couldn't tell you a word who spoke. I couldn't tell you who spoke at my high school graduation. Couldn't tell you what was said. College, I remember a little bit more. Mm-hmm. With bagpipes, banger of a alma mater. A what?
Rain too.
It did. Yes, my graduation cap got ruined. That did happen. Yep. People forget.
My high school doesn't let you cheer for the person receiving the diploma.
That's so dumb.
Individually.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's
you find out you get out of this dystopian world and it's like, when have I lived?
Yeah. You mean this isn't normal everywhere? Oh, that's interesting.
Jeans with no holes, and then I go to college and I see almost people wearing no pants. Like it's stark difference.
Yep. Yeah, it's actually crazy. You can actually look at a girl with a spaghetti strap, like tank top on, and not like have to freak out.
Your school had that too?
Huh?
Your school had that regulation too?
Yeah, no spaghetti straps.
So stupid.
It's so stupid. It's like guys, they're not just going to start doing it in the middle of the class.
Yeah. And then men will wear shorts in all 4 seasons.
Yes.
Which
it makes no sense. Yeah. Oh yeah, it makes no sense. No sense at all. High school's the worst.
The good old days.
Yes,
apparently.
the good old days. All right. Well, we just got a little sad that we're being old. So let's keep that train rolling. Let's move into a little down in the dumps. Do you want to keep going?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll kick it off. I only got one.
Okay.
Matt, I've never been so invested in a TV show.
What TV show?
Ted Lasso.
I knew you were going to say that. That was the first show that came in my head.
Season finale was last Wednesday.
Season or series?
So they say season, but the way that the show ended, series finale.
That is tough.
So there's a lot of, and I believe I've mentioned this multiple times. There's a lot of connections to me for Ted Lasso. First of all, I played soccer, even though the show is totally not based on soccer. It just has that culture of soccer or football. 2, it's about team efforts and it's about mental health. And I think at times we all get into this weird trance that we don't necessarily express our feelings, or we don't share our feelings, or we don't actually find our feelings. And like that's what this show is all about.
Right.
There was a lot of character development that went completely full circle. On TikTok lately, it's just been like all Ted Lasso talk for me. And it shows like the characters that were in season 1 and there was a lot of callbacks that happened in the season finale, and I won't mention much of the callbacks, but like you see them one way, and like they're completely a different person in the finale of it. And you know, for me myself, like again, I think I have said this multiple episodes ago, like more than 100. I'm not a fan of episodic shows. But for some reason, this kept me hooked. This made me stay. And barbecue sauce. That's all I got to say about that.
Barbecue sauce on what? No, I'm just curious.
That's just barbecue sauce.
Oh, okay. I've always wanted to watch it. I don't have Apple TV, but everyone says it's so good. Like, I've never met or talked to a single person about Ted Lasso, and they say it's bad.
I believe Barstool they had one podcast when somebody was going off and being like, Ted Lasso is great. I'm not going to deny it, but why is everyone treating him like a god? And the other co-host was going on Twitter and trying to delete his tweet about how much he goddamn loves Ted Lasso.
Oh, no.
I was like, hand up, that's me.
So is it what? I don't really, I've never seen an episode. Is it more of like a comedy? Is it how would you describe it to someone who's never seen it?
It is a comedy drama.
Okay.
Like, to give you at least the backstory of how it all started, their AFC Richmond is obviously the team that has it. AFC Richmond was owned by a guy named Rupert, divorced his wife. Rupert gave his wife the team, and basically because of the relationship, his wife wanted to drive it to the ground. So they hired Coach Lasso, which Ted Lasso only coached American football. And he's coming overseas to try to make this team win. And the development of it is more than just soccer. And the fact that he is putting more value into the team than being a really skilled and professional actual soccer football coach.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like if you ever had like a team experience or a coaching experience, like just you will relate to it so well, and you won't find anything wrong about it unless you're super highly critical, which I know there are a few people out there that are like that. Not that I know anybody in particular, but I just know it is quite the experience to watch. So I highly recommend it to anyone who has Apple TV Plus, or heck, if you want to rewatch all 3 seasons, Matt, we could pick a time of the week. We can watch it together.
How many episodes are there per season?
There's 3 seasons. I think there's about 10 episodes per each season.
Oh, that's not awful.
10 or
Not
12,
bad.
I forget particularly.
I do hate TV series when they say it's the season finale, but there's clear that it's not going to be another season. Like, if it's the last episode, I need to be mentally prepared for that. Have to.
Jason Sudeikis, who plays Ted Lasso, like he's like, we wrote this to, I don't want to say, I'm using verbatim, to write off all the characters that were in the show.
Yeah.
Like, basically, like, you can leave that show. Like, yeah, you could totally want more in these spinoffs, but all of the characters were fully developed and they're on a quote next chapter. So it's not like it's, we're having this questionable doubt. It's like us. Like, there's going to be a next episode that comes out.
Right.
Whereas like Ted Lasso, like, that based on what you saw, there's no way that a next episode's going to come out.
Yeah. I'm going to have to watch it at some point. Everyone says it's too good.
Could be a spinoff.
Right.
But not directly related to the origin of Ted Lasso.
Right. Makes sense.
So they set it up where, like, if really they pay good money and whatnot, and, everybody approves, like, there could be a set spinoff. But in my humble opinion, they should just end it where it's at.
And I think a lot of the shows, they try to do spinoffs and it just doesn't work. Like, sometimes it's just best to cut it cold turkey.
The only times that comebacks are good is when bands come back together, like the Jonas Brothers.
Correct. Correct. All right, I have two. We talked about being old. I also felt old this weekend. My brother, shout out Steven, his birthday was on this past Sunday.
Happy belated, Steven.
He's 30.
Happy belated, Steven.
That's terrifying that my brother is 30 years old. Yeah, that's just awful.
Dirty 30.
How is he 30? That's because that also means I'm 30 and we are 30 in 3 years. Well, you're 30 in 2 years.
I'm 30 in 2. I mean, counting this year.
Correct. Yes.
Why did you do that to me?
Listen, it's down in the dumps. We got to talk about it. Yeah, it's freaky. I think turning 30 is going to feel weird.
How was his birthday, by the way?
So me and April met my family for dinner after our last game. With the Red Robin, great place.
Ooh,
fish
yum.
and chips.
Was it his choice?
Yes.
Nice.
They are known for those burgers. I didn't get a burger because I had a burger for lunch. Didn't think. Hand up is on me. But they went to a ton of wineries and breweries, so he was feeling pretty good.
A little toasty.
Yes, he was a little toasted.
30 and toasty.
So no better way to spend your 30th birthday than some breweries and wineries, right? Yes, but the whole time just sitting there like, wow, this is weird. Even I asked my mom, like, how does it feel that he's 30? She's like, it's weird. I was like, yeah, very weird.
Happy belated, Steven.
My last one, I bought strawberries at the grocery store because I love strawberries. And wasn't going to make like strawberry shortcake or anything. I was literally I wanted a healthy snack. And I wanted to eat the strawberries. They were god awful.
Oh, you just picked the wrong batch.
I don't know. They looked good. They were huge. And they looked good. They just had no sweetness to them. And it was bad because I was really craving strawberries. April has this thing. The first time we went grocery shopping for the apartment together, we walked right into the store. I think it was Giant, and there were strawberries there. She's like, "Do you want strawberries?" I was like, "No, like it's not really in season for strawberries." And she's like, "Oh, okay." So now every time we're in the grocery store, we pass strawberries. She's like, "Hey, you want some strawberries?" And this last time, I was like, "You know what? Yeah, like let's do it." And they were awful.
Oh,
yeah.
Deterred you from not having strawberries again.
No, I will be eating strawberries. They are my favorite fruit.
What was I going to say? You ever gone strawberry picking?
No.
It's fun.
I always wanted to.
Be quite surprised the size difference between what the preservatives are put in for strawberries compared to what you actually pick.
I mean, yes, that is true. I've definitely seen them. I've never actually picked them myself, which is ironic because as a kid, we used to do apple picking and peach picking. And we used to go to a place called Strawberry Acres.
And that's funny because I did blueberry picking and I never went strawberry picking.
That's hysterical.
And I went to a place called Blueberry Acre.
No, yeah. So I'm glad we got that out of our chest. Now we're feeling a lot better.
Woo.
Let's dive into some wild facts that we find throughout the internet. It is time for Dude, That's fucking crazy. I'll go first.
Okay.
I have two pretty good ones. You may have said one of these before, so I'm going to start off with it.
All right.
And that way, if you did, I have a backup.
Okay.
So humans, our DNA is very unique.
I could tell
Correct.
you right now. I have not said this.
Okay. All right. I don't know why I thought you did.
As soon as you said DNA, I'm like, nope.
Okay. All right. Well, Mike, we're not like many other creatures on Earth, correct?
Correct.
What about bananas?
Oh, wait. No, I talked about potatoes. That's what you're making you think. Yeah.
What did you say?
I said, everybody says that snowflakes are the same.
Oh.
There's no same snowflake yet. Nobody talks about potatoes, not one being the same. So continue. I apologize.
Well, let me go with bananas. Humans share 50% of their DNA with bananas.
What?
Yeah. That seems fake, but it is legit. It is real.
Or could you say that this shit is bananas?
Okay.
A-N-A. Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No wonder why bananas are so good for a human. Aren't you? Isn't that technically cannibalism? 50% cannibalism?
No. Cannibalism is if you eat your own kind.
Yeah, but we make up 50% of the bananas.
But they're still not, they're not humans.
50%, that's half a human.
No, that's not how that works.
DNA. It's in our DNA.
No, that's incorrect. if an antelope eats an antelope, that's cannibalism.
Yeah.
If a shark eats a shark, that's cannibalism.
Right.
If we eat chicken, that's not cannibalism.
Yeah, because chicken, there's not enough amount of DNA and
no,
chicken.
that's not. No. They have to be the exact same thing.
I watch Colin and Samir, and they say, "Oh, we're going in the deep end," and that's when like they're totally like sharing gripes and just like totally off-topic conversations. So, bananas, man.
Yeah. Also, one of my coworkers the other day went to Wawa for a snack.
Wawa.
He came back with 2 bananas.
That's beautiful.
That's criminal.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You cannot go to Wawa and buy 2 bananas.
Produce bought from a gas station. Like, yeah, that sounds worse, but like you made the right healthy choice. So shout out to whoever bought that.
No, that's a psychopath move. Nope.
Jake, if it was you.
It was not. I can confirm it was not Jake.
Krista Fish.
No.
Okay.
No.
I give up. He or she who shall not be named.
Correct.
Okay. Bananas, man.
Crazy.
All right. I got just a fun one, and then I got just a one I actually fact checked.
Oh,
and
okay.
Thank God I fact checked.
I did not fact check any of these.
So I'll do the one that's just like odd to think about. But Matt, when we go to a place,
what kind of
not
place?
where you belong, or a place you've been before, what do you usually do?
When I'm at a place I haven't been before?
If you're going to a place you haven't been before.
I look up the parking.
That's step one. What's
That's
step two?
1. Step 2 is, I guess, looking around, seeing where, I don't know.
How do you get there?
Drive?
How? You've
Maybe
never
how do I
been there
drive?
before.
I drive a car.
You've never been there before.
I look it up on a map.
Okay, great. A map.
Google Maps.
You pull out
Apple Maps. I said I looked for
He's
parking. I answered the question. I looked for parking.
Map, checking it out in the car. Google Maps.
Yes.
Isn't it amazing that GPS, the global positioning system, is free?
Yeah, that is. That's wild, dude. That's crazy. That's a great point. And you know what? I think we need to delete this audio, or you have to bleep that, because if they hear that, we're gonna have to start paying for it.
Because let me tell you, when you needed directions, you bought a map. When you wanted turn-by-turn navigation, you bought a GPS. Now we just have it on our phone, and I always say there's
phones.
Now I say like there's no such thing as a free lunch. Like you had to pay for the phone, but it came with Google Maps, Apple Maps. Waze.
Yeah, and I guess technically you have to pay for like the cell service.
Right.
Yeah, that's weird.
But still, GPS is still free.
How much would you pay for GPS?
$1 a month.
I would
think about. I mean, I don't who owns GPS.
I don't think anyone owns GPS because there's Apple Maps, Google Maps.
Yeah, but they need some type. Oh, the Department of Defense.
The map from Dora the Explorer.
Taxes, man. That's what it's from.
Who is it?
It's maintained by the Department of Defense.
Oh, the feds.
The government.
Yeah. The birds. The birds own the... Actually, that's how they update the maps. The birds just fly. Wow, we just figured this out. So the birds fly, and that updates Google Maps. There it is. We actually... Now that you say that, April and I passed like the Google car.
Yeah.
That updates the map. We passed that the other day.
Nice.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I was going to say, where's my tinfoil hat?
Yes, there it is. Wow. I can't believe we just came up with the reason birds exist.
Birds exist. Yeah, GPS.
That's crazy. My last one. We're back to the humans.
Humans.
We're large individuals, right, Mike? Not
Oh.
you and I in general, but humans.
They're a little fluffy.
A little fluffy, a little plump. We weigh a lot, right? They're heavy bones, a lot
Water.
of meat. Yep. Ants are really tiny, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah. But they don't weigh much.
No.
Probably not even like a half pound.
I feel like I know where you're going with this, but I'll let you go ahead.
The weight of all the ants on Earth are greater than the weight of all the humans on Earth.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Let me say that again. The weight of all the ants on Earth are greater than the weight of all the humans on Earth.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that is crazy. Wow.
Just think about how many ants. I actually didn't Google. I'm going to Google that right now. How many ants are on Earth?
I was thinking in your conversation, like, I know there's some statistic out there that like ants can lift more than their own weight. Or is that a different bug I'm thinking about?
That is an ant. That is correct.
That is an ant. And I thought that's
strong.
where you were going, but that just kind of makes me feel a little gross.
Take a guess the estimate of how many ants there are in the world.
Can I have two guesses as far as how many zeros?
Yes.
Okay. Are we in the trillions?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Well, more.
Oh.
Sorry,
Oh.
more than the trillions.
Sextillion?
Kind of close.
Okay,
It
decadillion.
is estimated that there are 1 quadrillion ants roaming the Earth. That's the number 1, followed by 15 zeros.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a lot of ants.
Ants in my pants.
Yes.
Well, not really.
For example, as I saw this, people also ask, how many ants equal 1 human? Mike, how many ants equal 1 human?
10,000.
2.5 million.
What?
Correct. For every human on Earth, there are estimated to be about 2.5 million ants.
I'm going to give you another dude that's crazy, even though that was kind of accidental.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that is absolutely wild.
Ants are just an interesting little insect.
Let's play another game. How many ants do you think just got stepped on from the time we started this ant conversation to now?
Like just worldwide?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have this official number? I want to say...
I don't know how many ants died in the last 5 minutes, no. I don't know how I'm supposed to know that. I can ask God, I guess. I don't know.
Let's ask ChatGPT.
Yes, let's ask ChatGPT how many ants died in the past 5 minutes. This might be one of the stupidest things we've ever done on the podcast. But I'm here for it.
ChatGPT, how many ants were stepped on in the last 5 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. All right, here we go. Hey, bud. How many ants have been stepped on in the last 5 minutes?
It's the dumbest thing we've ever done. What'd it say? Did it actually throw out a number?
So my favorite... So my favorite is when it says, as an AI language model, I don't have access to real-time data or the ability to browse the internet. So what's funny is when they say that, they still provide you the answer.
Yeah, that's just the program. They definitely are reading our minds.
Therefore, I can't provide you the exact number of ants stepped on in the last 5 minutes. Additionally, it would be nearly impossible to determine such a specific count, as it would require continuous monitoring and recording of ant-related incidents globally.
It definitely knows. It knows.
He knows. All right.
Mm-hmm.
My last one.
Yes.
TV shows, again.
Yeah.
Back to TV shows.
Yep.
We're hopping on over to a survival show.
Okay.
Take a wild guess what I'm talking about.
Survivor.
No, that's reality.
Naked and Afraid.
Naked and Afraid, baby.
Yes. I've only watched it, I'm going to say a handful of times.
A handful of times?
Yep.
So you know in particular that they are naked.
They are in the nude.
So there are 5 full-time visual effects artists that are solely responsible for blurring every shot of the show Naked and Afraid.
Wow. Hey, what's your occupation? Oh, I blur out people's asses on Naked and Afraid.
They actually don't blur the butts.
Oh, they don't? I've never seen that.
They blur the tatas and the hoo-has and the
hoo-has
and the willies.
Ding-dongs. Wow. I think that's an immediate conversation ender. I think. It's, okay, all right, I don't want to talk to you. You've seen some shit. Literally. Dude, that's crazy.
So this was the one I had to fact check because originally it said there was only one person who was solely responsible. Oh, wow. And it even impressed me more that there are 5 people who are blurring out.
How much would you have to get paid?
I mean, that show, like, on top of you being naked, like, that show is serious. Like,
sure.
Man versus Wild, like, Bear Grylls, like, not to discount him, but, like, it's a little setup.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, this Naked and Afraid is, like, pure survival.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
It's a lot of money.
I'd have to be guaranteed $2 million.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Like, not that like $2 million if like you make through it. Like, I'm starting off at cash in hand of $2 million to start.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's probably fair.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, 5 full-time visual effects artists.
I just couldn't imagine trying to like talk to a significant other. Hey, honey, how was your day? How many dicks did you blur out today? Oh, about 10.
Can you imagine being on Tinder? I blur out Naked and Afraid for a living.
That actually would be a great Tinder pickup line. That's genius.
Yeah. What nudes do I have to blur out for you? No, that's worse.
Nope.
That's horrible. Nope.
Moving on.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, that concludes another fantastic episode of the Funny Business Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for supporting us. You can find all of our good stuff. If you've made it this far and you're new here, consider subscribing or hitting that follow button, depending on where you are. If you need a little bit more motivation as far as where else can you look for us, you can find us at cello.to/funnybusiness. Mr. Matthew.
Ish.
What is your advice for the good people of the funny business world?
Just mind your damn business.
I thought you were going to say, smile your damn business.
No. Don't be nosy in other people's business. If they want to talk about it, they'll talk about it. You don't have to go digging. If they, like I said, if they want to talk about it, they will. If they want to tell you, they will. If they're going through some stuff, give them some space. Mind your damn business.
Beat somebody up.
Mm-hmm. There it is. That's all I got.
Yeah. 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 All right. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.